Attorney General Merrick Garland really wants you to believe DOJ does not have two tiers of justice.
Our job is not to take orders from the president, from Congress, or from anyone else about who or what to criminally investigate. As the president himself has said, and I reaffirm today, I am not the president's lawyer. I will add, I am not Congress's prosecutor.
I guess that might be easier to believe if DOJ had not tried to put a former Nebraska congressman, Jeff Fortenberry, a Republican, in federal prison, but did not even charge or prosecute former Massachusetts U.S. Attorney Rachel Rollins, a Democrat, for much more egregious conduct. And I guess it might be easier to believe if we had any idea what was happening with the investigation into how classified material made it to Joe Biden's house. If the Attorney General is really trying to convince us that DOJ is above politics, I can assure him that ship sailed a long time ago and currently resides at the bottom of the ocean. Joining us now is Congressman Mike Johnson from the great state of Louisiana. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. All right, you had a bird's eye. You sit right up top where all the senior smart people sit. What did you learn from AG Garland's appearance that you did not know before he got there?
We didn't learn much of anything, Trey. Great to be with you. I mean, I was the leadoff batter in our 5-hour hearing. I went straight to the heart of the matter to ask him really important and fair questions about this two-tiered system of justice and why the American people have almost 7 out of 10 of Americans now have a negative view of the Department of Justice under his leadership. But he was evasive. He was smug as usual. You know, he memorizes about 4 talking points and he repeats them over and over and over. And you know the reason for that, Trey, is you and I both know. He believes that he can act with impunity because there's no real accountability. He and Mayorkas and company that have made a mockery of our justice system and our immigration system, they know that we can't touch him because now all of our energy is focused on the impeachment inquiry of the president himself. And so they just go through these hearings and don't give us any answers at all.
Well, like any good lawyer, Congressman, you have anticipated my next question, which was whether or not you get the sense that he actually understands that at least half the country really believes his department is partisan. I mean, does he not understand it? Does he not agree with it? I mean, we are in dangerous times when half the country has zero confidence in his department. Does he appreciate that?
I think he appreciates it, but I'm not sure that he cares. He puts on this air as though he wants to be above the fray and they want to be the neutral party and the Department of Justice of years before when people could trust our system, but they don't anymore. And we have so many examples. You cited just a couple, you know, the classified document scandals. I mean, they see the aggressive prosecution of former President Trump, and they see the same Department of Justice slow walking and giving special treatment to Hunter Biden. You know, they see that this weaponized Department of Justice is labeled concerned parents at school board meetings as domestic terrorists. They've seen them go after, they want to spy on Catholics in their own churches. They have federal courts now affirming what we all knew intuitively, that this Department of Justice was colluding with big tech before the last election cycle to censor and silence conservative viewpoints online. It's completely out of control. And he sits before us and he goes through these hearings as if, you know, he's not accountable. It's really shameful. It's so infuriating. You know, you've been there to be up on that dais and know that they're not giving you answers and you only have 5 minutes. It's one of the most frustrating exercises of my life, but we have to do it. It's our duty to give oversight.
All right, I'm going to ask you a tough question, but you're a smart lawyer, so I think you can handle it. We've had Democrat AGs and presidents that kind of considered that role to be a wingman. We've had Republican presidents who wanted their AG to defend them more and go after their enemies more. Give us some hope of what an ideal Attorney General in Mike Johnson's eyes looks like. That woman or man, what are the qualities you would look for if you ever were the president, and you may be one day?
Well, I'll appoint Trey Gowdy as the Attorney General because, look, we need somebody who understands the founding principles of our country. We need somebody who actually believes in the rule of law and understands that that's one of the bases of maintaining a constitutional republic, that people look to the Department of Justice to be a neutral party. They want to believe that Lady Justice still has the blindfold on, you know, that we really do have equal justice under the law because, Trey, the great threat here, you and I both know, is that when that Pandora's box is open, when the people decide by observing the facts that justice is not blind, that there is a two-tiered system, they give up on it, and you can't maintain a constitutional republic like that. So we need someone in that position who can, extol those virtues and practice it every day. But that's not what we have in Merrick Garland. He's a political hack. I hate to say it that way. I take no pleasure in saying it, but that's what the facts show us.
Congressman Mike Johnson from the great state of Louisiana, thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Thanks, brother. Great to be with you.